Hello everyone and welcome to the DYE and SLay Wig Coloring class organized by Edward's Hair Academy. You are welcome. I am your coach. My name is Ibahi Tayo. I'm a hair enthusiast and I started working with hair far back as 2014. I've worked in research. I have played around with hairs, premium fibers, human blend, what you have it. I have an environmental chemistry background, a master's in environmental chemistry, and this has really helped in what I do. Now, welcome again to day one, and today we're going to be looking at the foundation by learning about bleaches, learning about dye, learning about developers, base colors, and the intricacies, that is the foundation to understanding all that coloring is about. So, let's get on with it. Let's look at our course outline for today. Why we color hairs will be one of the things we're looking at. We're also going to be looking at how hair responds to colors. We're going to be looking at understanding your coloring products. This is so important. Hair dyes, bleaches, developers. These are some of the things we're going to be looking at today. Now, our quotes. I want to start with this quote where I tell people, don't just color hair. It's good to color with purpose in mind, to color with profit in mind, and eventually you'll have power. That is the power of your wig. A powerful, colorful wig will speak at you. Why do we color wigs? Why? Number one is self-expression. People want to express themselves. People want to show their style. The fashion trends are changing quickly, and this can give you a strong professional edge when you begin to know how to color wigs. Reviving old wigs and making it fresh. Do you know that this can also put good money into your balance sheet? Practicing and skill building for new wig makers. Everything I know about coloring today was by practicing, and skill building by practicing. All right. The next thing I want to say about why we color wigs is that we want to help our clients save money. There's no client that's not happy when you help them to save money. Sometimes somebody wants to throw a hair away and you know how good that hair is. You're like, no, don't throw this away. I can create something out of this for you. Really? Yes, with this amount. Really? And they try, and before you know it, you have helped them to save money and they become loyal to you. Now, I want to also talk about how hair responds to coloring. You know that we have different hairs, right? Every lady knows that. Human hairs, even though the broad name is human hair, we still know that within the bracket of human hair, there are many kinds of human hair. And not because they are fake, but mainly because they are different manufacturers, all right? And all of them understand that human hair must respond to color for it to be seen as human hair. So all human hair, irrespective of the grade, whether 3A to 12A grade to Vietnam hair to luxury hair, they respond to color. That is, they respond to color. But we cannot say that of blends, the original blends, those that are really a blend of human hair and maybe animal skin, or human hair and synthetic products, they will respond to color. The hair in it will respond to color, all right? But not all blends will respond to color. Now, what are the coloring methods that we have? We have two broad coloring methods: coloring by bleaching and coloring by dyeing. Coloring by bleaching and coloring by dyeing. I hope we got that. Yes, we did. Now, I often say that every successful bleach starts with respect for the hair limits, because every hair has a limit. Not all hairs that will get to you to color will come at a healthy state. All right. So bleaching is also a science of patience, not a race. You have to be patient when you're dealing with a customer's hair so that you get what you need to get. Let's talk about hair bleaches right now. What is a hair bleach? A hair bleach is a chemical product used to remove the natural pigment, melanin or base color from the hair strands. It is the tool you use when you want to lighten hair. For example, turning black or brown hair into blonde or pale shades before applying any new color is what we call bleaching. What is the purpose of bleaching? Bleaching is a lifter. Bleach lifts the hair color several levels up the color scale. All right, so depending on how strong the bleach mixture or developer is. Now, when we look at the color scale, you begin to understand what I'm talking about. The color scale starts from level 1 upward to level 10. At level 1, we have black. All right, at level 10, we have blonde. When you're lifting colors from black upwards, it's called bleaching. All right, so now let's quickly talk about hair dyes. Hair dye. What is a hair dye? The definition of a hair dye is that it is a coloring product or coloring agent used to deposit new color into the hair strands. Where bleach removes color or removes color pigment, dye adds color pigment. All right, so those are the difference. Unlike bleach, which removes pigment, dye adds pigment to the change of the hair appearance. We need to have this in mind. All right, it's very, very important that a dye and a bleach, though they are both coloring agents, they do not work the same way. A bleach lifts color, a dye adds color. A dye will not change the natural base color of any wig, it adds color to it. And I hope we are clear on that. I really do hope we are clear on that. All right, so about hair dyes. Yes, we have different hair dyes. We have different products in the market, in terms of their different hair dyes. But then we now want to talk about the types. We have temporary dyes. We have permanent dyes. We have semi-permanent dyes. A temporary dye coats just the outside of the hair. After 1 or 2 washes with shampoo, it is done. A semi-permanent dye will last up to like 4 weeks, 6 weeks, depending on how often the hair is being washed. All right, so Adore is an example of a semi-permanent dye. But then we also have permanent dyes. Permanent dyes penetrate into the cortex of the hair and, making it last longer. So oftentimes, if you are going to say now, for when you're coloring a natural hair, is when they stay on the hair until when the new hair starts growing. All right, so those are permanent dyes. Now I want to talk about developers. Developer is one of the most important products in coloring. A developer is a, how do I explain? Is a developer is a liquid. Yes, is a liquid containing hydrogen peroxide. The active ingredient in developer is hydrogen peroxide. Without a developer, your bleach cannot work. Without a developer, most of your dyes will not work. All right, so the purpose of a developer in chemistry, we call it like a catalyst. It catalyzes the coloring reaction without taking part in it. All right, so it activates the bleach, it activates the dye to ensure that the corticles of the hair is opened so that the color can enter and be deposited into what we call the hair shaft. That developer, that is what it does. It is that activator that ensures that the bleach and the dye works. All right, now developers are created or produced with different volumes. We have the 10 volume developer, which has just 3% peroxide. We have the 20 volume developer, which has 6% hydrogen peroxide. We have the 30% developer, which has 9% hydrogen peroxide. And then we have the 40 volume developer, which is more or less like the most common in our market, which has 12% hydrogen peroxide. And they lift colors with different levels, because the concentration is different. 10 the one that is 10 volume developer will not even lift colors at all. It helps to deposit colors. The one with 20 volume developer, you want to lift maybe just 1 or 2 levels. The one with 30% developer, you want to lift like 2-3 levels upwards. And then for the 40% volume, you want to leave like 3 or 4 color levels upward. All right, so those are the things. So that's why I say it's important that you read what you are buying so that you know what it does. All right, I have learned that coloring is about being smart. It's not about just spending money. All right, it's not about just spending money. It's about knowing more, and then when you master the art of minimal product, you maximize your profit. You would indeed maximize your profit. So those are some of the things I have learned. Quickly, let's look at the meaning of lifting hair, lifting color in hair coloring, let's just go a little deeper. Lifting means lightening the natural color of the hair by using bleach. When you lift, you are removing natural pigment. You are removing natural pigment or base color. Example of lifting is like saying you want to move from level 4, which is a medium brown, to a level 6, which is a dark blonde. All right, and lifting happens when you use bleach or strong developers, 20, 30, 40. Lifting will not happen when you're using volume 10. It's not even it's basically used with dyes, just to add on colors, maybe improve the existing color already on the hair. So that is what lifting does. It's important you know these terms. Even when you are teaching, sometimes you may not use the term, but being in an industry, know the meaning of these terms. All right, so what do we also mean when we say deposit? Deposit means adding color onto the hair without removing the hair's natural pigment. When a wig comes to you, let's say it comes to you in blonde, or maybe it comes to you in brown, that color that it comes to you with is what we call natural pigment. That's what we call natural pigment of the hair. So it happens when you apply a dye. Deposit means that you are applying color to it. All right, so depositing color means you're applying color. Example of deposit means that, for example, I'm adding a deep red color onto a dark brown hair without trying to make it lighter. Deposit happens with low volume developers like 10 volume. All right, direct dyes, no lifting, just adding color. All right, so that's the difference between lifting and depositing. Let's know our hair color levels. In this slide, what I'm trying to let you know is that as the colorist or somebody who wants to start playing with colors, you need to understand that there is a scale, an existing scale of colors that all companies work with. So, and these hair color levels are a scale used to describe how light or how dark how light or how dark a hair is. So the lower the volume, the lower the number rather, the darker the hair, the higher the number, the lighter the hair. So when you see level 7, level 8, level 7, we mean that level 7 is a darker shade of what level 8 is. 8 is brighter than that of level 7. So we're going to quickly see what that looks like. But however, one of the things I say is you don't have to wait until you start buying colors to get used to what these shades look like. You can go online and download a hair color circle or a hair color level sheet or chart and just begin to acquaint your brain with what these colors look like. So at number 1, we have black. At number 2, we have very dark brown. At number 3, we have dark brown. At number 4, we have medium brown. At number 5, we have light brown. At number 6, we have dark blonde. At number 7, we have medium blonde. At number 8, we have light blonde. At number 9, we have very light blonde. At number 10, we have lightest blonde, which in some places they refer to as number 613. All right, so you see that they are in 2 parts. We have the brown, and then we have the blonde. We have the brown and we have the blonde. So black up to light brown is one part, then dark blonde up to light brown is another part. So you can, if you don't like this shade, go online, you definitely see other shades that you like. So that's the basic, the foundation for which every other color is being created. So like this chart you see me here, this is a color mirror of a new product that just entered the market, maybe say like 2 months ago, called Low Rich. So our suppliers just reached out to us and sent us soft copies and letting us know the colors they have created and what they have in the market now. And all of this, so when you see a color chart, you see different concentrations. You see, this one is 6.3, this one is this point that, but then the color shades will be on it. And so that it's a guide. All right, it's a guide. Adore has its own. These things don't come free. If you want to have the hard copy, you will pay for it. Some companies own as much as 20,000, some 15,000. All right, so, and then you get acquainted with it. You get acquainted. What I do sometimes is I just go around with these colors. I say, okay, so this is what this one is, because I'm teaching my brain. Can you see the circle here? That the basic coloring with which every company works is still the 7 rainbow colors. The 7 rainbow colors, primary colors. It's from primary colors that all of these colors are formed. One of the ways I taught myself to understand colors, which I'm also going to be giving you right now as my secret, is you can start learning colors by playing with poster color. Is the cheapest way to learn colors. Go and buy poster color in a shop, you understand, and take a portion of red, mix it with a portion of white. Oh, what did it come up? Ratio 1 to ratio 1. What did it show you? It showed you something, right? Now change it again. Ratio 2 to ratio 1. What did take 2 red, 2 portions of red, mix it with 1 portion of white. What did you see? Take 2 portions of red, mix it with 2 portions of white. What shade did he give you? If you do that with all the primary colors, play around, you will definitely begin. In fact, you will be a professional colorist. It will so educate you, you know. So why the hair color level matters? It gives you a clear language to describe hair color professionally. It helps you to choose the right dye to match or adjust to the base color when a wig comes to you, you know. And you cannot understand coloring without playing around with colors, without playing around with or practicing. That's what I mean, you know. You can't do that without practicing. So it's important that you begin to think of practicing from time to time. Don't be afraid of playing around with these things. Don't be afraid. All you need is a strand. You don't need a whole wig to practice. All you need is a strand. Just cut a strand, apply, and see, oh, this is what came out of it today. It has educated your brain, and then you are becoming more and more professional. What is the meaning of base color? I said it like many times when I started. Now let me just explain it a little bit better. Base color is the natural or existing color of the hair before you apply any bleach to it or dye. It is basically the starting point, the original shade you are working with. Why base color matters is because it helps you to decide if you even need to lift the color of the hair at all before coloring. It helps you to pick the right developer, to pick the right volume, to pick the right dye color. It predicts how the final color will look because underlying tones like red, orange, or yellow affect the new shade. It helps you to predict what it will be like. All right, so it's so key. It's so key. All right, so it's important that you understand your base colors. Let's move on. I'm talking here about common mistakes so that you will not find yourself, you know, making any of these mistakes. The first one will be using too much coloring agent. Overuse leads to waste and high cost. If you are not sure of the potency of maybe a bleach that you buy, because there are different bleaches in the market. When I buy a new bleach, you know, I test its potency. If I've been working with a kind of bleach before, and maybe I go to the market, I don't find that bleach, and I want to work with another kind of new bleach, before I apply it on that customer's hair, I just pick a little bit of strand and just test and see, okay, what's the potency of this one? Is it as sharp as the former one? So that I know the kind of volume that I'll be needing. There's a lot of calculations and care when it comes to coloring, especially when you are just starting out. The next problem I know that I see is inaccurate mixing ratios. That's also something we need to be careful about. You are not just a colorist. You're a creator of beauty. You're a creator of value. You're a creator of income. And this is what informs all that you do. You're not in a hurry anywhere, especially if you're just starting out. Allow yourself to learn patiently from your own works. You can't be a colorist and you're not observing. You have to be observant. As you're coloring, you have to be observant so that what you learn from one job today, you can carry it into the next job. That is so key. You have learned a lot today. I'm so proud of you because you have taken the first step towards mastering the art of smart wig coloring. Now, I want you to do something. Imagine what happens when you start saving more. Imagine what happens when you waste less. I see many videos online how people will just pour an amount of, I see all of those things. And I'm like, what will it cost you to at least just understand the ratios to work with so that you can move, and move better, do work better, and save money better? Wasting less and delivering stunning results is actually what should be our goal. For you, this is just the beginning. Get ready, because tomorrow we are going to have some practical sessions. Let's talk about where we are located. We are located at Merit Plaza for those who are in the city of Ibadan. We are located at Merit Plaza International, Block 4, Shop 11, verse 12, Olokomeji, opposite Just Right in Akobo. All right, so we know that some people kind of, how will I put it now, maybe respect brands that have spot on locations and all of that. If you're looking for a place where you can trust the integrity of the wig makers and everything, we are here to serve you. We are here to give you the best. It's pretty easy to locate if you're in Ibadan. Akobo is a very, very popular place, and in Ibadan. And Merit Plaza Just Right is also a very popular place. It's a very accessible place. All right, our services are quite wide. We offer salon services, we offer braiding services, we offer wig making services, we sell weave-ons and we sell wigs, we sell hair products, we offer revamp and repair services of all kinds. We repair synthetic wigs, we repair braided wigs that have been destroyed, we repair it, we repair 360 wigs, we do wig conversion, a situation whereby you feel like your wig is completely worn out and you're like, what can I make out of it? We would do that for you. Repair all kinds of wigs, we revamp all kinds of wigs. We are into training as well. We have virtual trainings. We also have on-time trainings. If you want to upgrade your skill at any of these services at all, we are here to serve you. And this is me saying thank you for joining this master class. See you tomorrow.